It wasn't a sudden breakup. It wasn't loud. No slamming doors, no shouting in the driveway, no shattered plates or spilled secrets. It was quiet, eerily quiet. Tyler Matthews had always assumed that relationships ended with drama, like the movies, like the ones his buddies joked about after a beer or two. But what happened with Madison wasn't like that. It was a soft, creeping silence that began months before she actually left. Madison had once been full of life. She was the kind of woman who danced barefoot in the living room, lit candles for no reason, and hummed along with whatever song was playing in the background. Tyler used to admire her ease, her calm strength, her subtle smile that could disarm even the harshest of days. But slowly, that smile began to fade. He didn't notice at first, not really. He chalked it up to stress. Madison worked as a counselor at a high school. Some days she came home emotionally drained, having held other people's burdens all day. Tyler thought she'd snap out of it. Just tired, she'd say, brushing off his concern. But she wasn't tired. She was unraveling. She stopped dancing in the living room. She stopped humming. She still lit the candles, but they didn't flicker with the same joy. Tyler missed the signs, or maybe he just ignored them. He was too busy chasing career milestones, hanging out with his friends, glued to his phone even during dinner. He took her presence for granted. She never complained, not once, but that was part of the problem. She grew quieter, not louder. She didn't fight because she didn't want to waste the energy. And one evening she simply said, "I think I need space. Real space." It wasn't about another man. There wasn't one. Tyler asked. She just looked at him with eyes that no longer sparkled and said, "No, Tyler. This isn't about anyone else. It's about me." He remembered sitting on the edge of the bed, dumbfounded, watching her fold a few clothes into a weekend bag. There were no tears, no begging, no "please stay." It was calm, controlled, almost peaceful. And that's when it hit him. Madison had replaced him with peace. Not chaos, not revenge, not another man. In the months that followed, Tyler tried to make sense of what happened. He kept expecting a phone call from a friend saying they saw Madison with someone new. Never came. Her social media stayed quiet. Not a single picture with another guy. Just sunsets, coffee cups and books. Yoga mats and quiet trails. Madison was choosing herself, not someone else. And it stung more than any betrayal ever could. It made him question everything. He remembered the times he ignored her while scrolling through his phone. The moments she tried to talk, but he responded with one-word answers. The birthdays he barely acknowledged. The dinners she made that he ate while watching TV. The way he dismissed her dreams of opening a small therapy practice downtown. Too risky, he'd said. Just stick with what you have. But she wanted more than safety. She wanted to feel seen, heard, valued. And he didn't give her that. In her silence, she spoke volumes. That's what people don't talk about, the quiet breakups. The ones where love doesn't explode, it dissolves. Madison had learned that it wasn't about finding someone new. It was about rediscovering who she was before she had to shrink to fit someone else's expectations. When a woman replaces you with peace, it signifies that she's exhausted. Not from just one argument, but from the accumulation of 1,000 small dismissals. It means she has decided that her mental well-being matters more than keeping up appearances. That she's no longer interested in negotiating for basic kindness. Tyler started therapy 3 months after Madison left. He didn't go to win her back. He knew it was too late for that, but to understand himself. For the first time in his life he listened. To someone else. To himself. He unpacked his childhood, his insecurities, his fear of vulnerability. And slowly he began to see the patterns. He'd been emotionally unavailable, dismissive and passive. Madison had tried to meet him halfway, again and again, until she couldn't anymore. He sent her a letter. Not an email, not a text, but a handwritten letter. Not to ask her to return. Just to say thank you. Thank you for her grace. For her patience. For the years she gave him. And for choosing peace because it woke him up. She never replied. And that was okay. Tyler didn't date anyone for a while. He learned to enjoy his own company. He spent time with his niece, volunteered at a local shelter, picked up books Madison used to read. He even joined a mindfulness class, something he used to mock. And one evening, while walking through the park alone, he passed a bench where Madison used to sit with her journal. He paused for a moment, looked at the empty space, and smiled, not from sadness but from understanding. She had outgrown him. Not in a superior way but in a spiritual one. Madison had learned what many women come to understand after years of trying to be enough for someone who can't see their worth. That peace is priceless. That silence can be more healing than 1,000 apologies. That being alone isn't lonely when your soul feels at ease. Tyler eventually met someone new. But he was different this time, present, patient, open. He didn't try to fix her. He listened. He learned. And most importantly, he valued the peace they built together. Because now he understood. When a woman replaces you with peace, it signifies she's choosing herself over pain. It means she has realized that a quiet home, a good night's sleep, and the freedom to be herself matter more than being in a relationship that drains her spirit. It's not weakness. It's strength. Not bitterness. Clarity. Not revenge. Growth. And though it took losing Madison to learn it, Tyler finally understood the kind of love she had needed all along. Not flashy. Not loud. Just kind. Steady. And peaceful.